Assalamualaikum, bading Gambian Kolu. Assalamualaikum, Malayalam ko bila mo ko sign ko. Man na kay medyan to, lafta ka kumandin na fayda ulam ni ko najala video le stop ulam ka. Video na yalong ko VM trawale, wala video ni dida, Brikama masawa ko. Actually, the council will respond in the right time, but kung gamit follow dero. Albe kujama balla jala several to video to call to about the camera country albe jama jala as far as me kata fashion lo kono and mube ajale the camera pasul kata kube nyame and ila chairman wala do kube nyame so mube nyame je kan and the councillors so but because of people modul Malayalam ko wo man die tolo defense call Kerala. So, but like I said, generally so like do motor directly, but I believe a professional journalism need to blood the information on media. It's very important you contact the institution Moldiam to Melako or Melako. It's not just as a journalist, you cannot just go and sit, you can hold for Malayalam to actually for you. When you already have, you blast and then there is a Brikama fish market, Mobealo, Jira Kuliane, Kulamelo, among the Pukuta, Mobealo, and quite a local Diamanta Brikama Supporto, gave a Minister of Fisheries Locoto, William Milano, William Filan Makora. Although, yes, Musol Kawat than Nigeria. Duty political internally. But Nyagi will do a Kubian. Something good you would like because some amount of care is clear for June of the fish market. So this means of the fish market, the money makers of the willing of the flying at but council idol as far as Namaso and Tabunda and they don't want to command a fold large council of already. Ninkansular money to consider European or Kazato, the whole can invest in that place. But I don't make sense. Council is not the one there like a producer to do some different investments in that place. So, but notwithstanding, council in the catapult cake and Mukobelo, Mukomi Island, the juice of the water, but German general to get a slab about it. Or Mukobi Gelmia about the Lorin, not a Jew about lining. Everybody knows the 100% the motor city lining. Nyagi, but Nyagi will German almost every day Nyabunda community. Understand? And then that is costing council for a lot. You understand? When the council is not having anything from where the water is being generated during for the damage. But the guy local on the duty of because of the Marshall, that is why the council is doing that. I mean, you will have gone to the council, I mean, PRO, Kacha, PRO, coal fire, as Senama, by another Kibaro, as a Safu. Tomorrow in Miami. But come and photo into control, journalist, video call. Near Doko Kepu, Buffalo, Kepu, Banima Kepu, Buffalo, Nakete, will see the mayor because I mean, you cannot silence people, but at least it's always also very important. Molben report I can very accord. I can very accord. VM Travel. I respect him as a young man. He's trying to work on content. But even you are working on content is very important. Make sure you report you need to be factual as a journalist. That is why credibility can actually be okay. So Manla can be embarkable, but these are just the two things I mentioned the primordial, but I believe also we do the right thing to respond to whatever has happened, and then I think also will reach out to VM himself. I mean, to come and hear such items, police side of the country as a professional journalist, you understand? We will do what we support, what many of the color will be killed, you understand? Yeah, many of the color will be killed. But what is very clear is going to be with Lalapo, Mobile, and it's very, very clear to everybody, and then among the people inside, it's not a new thing. Among the people, Yalong Almado, killing. Film yang aku marah batal. Di kamera kausul masuk lepo kata kau ni baik. Film mana because lalu ni aje Allah kau dulu tu guna mul terlalu ni Allah propaganda lah. Some of the propaganda lah mul terlalu because Molialo the council the catapult Molialo the efforts in Ghana Era Council under the leadership of Chairman Dabo. The efforts they are they want to take up. Everybody see that. Nobody now go. It is council they are long to council around can things are going on, services staffs are getting their pay. Developments are going on. Every ward, every council is getting their development. And so development of the cake and the library, the ward, the different but to come at council like under the leadership of Chairman. Nobody can arrest that one. It's propaganda. What is very clear is we are impacting on the life of the Gambian people, especially on the life of the people living in the West Coast. I mean, the scholarships understand are going on. Everybody knows it. It's not a hiding thing. You understand. Anybody, more about and alhamdulillah, the life of many is in shape. So, is very, very important. And then I think everybody have to welcome that, and we thank people. They always acknowledge the Gambia Council, the catapult, all people acknowledge that the welfare is running, we're helping people. In council, they come there and we empowering a lot of youth. Funding will empower two different sectors. I mean, that is something that is not hiding. You understand? So council is trying little money and can also take it back, plow it back to the people. You understand? So if you cannot come to us when we're doing progress, because whatever successful, we like the VM. I mean, I met VM personally, and I have this discussion with the guy who will become again. You've seen councils is doing a lot of activities here. You, at some point, you just come, right? I mean, you also take some stuff, but he will not do that. It's very, I'll have to go to his page and check, when do you see VM Tarawale? I become a council, any positive thing that I have to police. But we are not saying we're forcing you to react. You understand? But I think as a professional journalist, if you want to, rely on content, you understand, it's also important you come on things where they go well. You understand? And it's not a force, I mean, maybe that's the way you want to do journalism. That's the way the content so attention, I mean, cast, maybe journalism is all about discussing you understand? But you really thank everybody, move whatever become a country, whatever may allow it to the market. We always make sure we do it at the right time. Understand? Because that is what is expected from us. You understand? Understand? We will do our utmost best to make sure, you understand, because we are there to work for the people. You understand? We have a mission. You understand? Mission askan ñun liggéey si askan understand résidence ñu am ne ñene ka wesco ñun liggéey luñ soxla ñu def loolu understand loolu moo tax da nga gis ne bi Gambia Council under the able leadership of Chairman Yan Kodabo li ñoo def mooy ne dañ day make sure understand askan luñ soxla ñu def leen ay scholarship ngeeroon ngeen dimbal ay place diine ngeen dimbal école yi dimbal ndaw yi at least 5 trucks is already available. 5 trucks, mashallah, everything is going fine. I mean, it's a step by step. We are on them, but when the right time comes, we will publish them, inshallah. We're working on a big project, and that big project, I know, nothing to the every Gambian is going to welcome that project. Because it's a project I believe Gambian Jama baby will about to understand, and they are always sharing but inshallah now about Alabama, I mean a lot of projects are coming, and the Brikama so 2026 there are a lot of things coming. Kuja Balakana, the project you can have it's not yet time. That is why we take our time on everything. A lot of projects are coming, youth empowerment, women empowerment, a lot of projects are coming. Yes, more Jamaba, alhamdulillah, council, the council alone, what council meant and Menkela. Yes, and we will make sure people realize what the councils is like presidency. You understand? I mean, because we can more now, more collect now, in ways Mayalong is going to be positive into their life. So, Babaleko, I mean, Albajama Balajala, Nanata, we will always acknowledge them, inshallah. I mean, we will do whatever little bit is mentioned. Thank you so much for your publication, but one thing you need to understand, when you are doing some kind of reporting, do it professionally. That is something that is very, 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 very important. By the local, I mean, people can hold you as a credible media outlet. That is something also very important. You understand? About the council of support. Yes, but imagine the water is being generated from where? You understand? It's being generated from where? You understand? And that place, let's think about this. It's a level of criticism. Make sure you do it constructively. You understand? And then when you ask people that, people will tell you. Council, the efforts council has been doing in that place. You understand? And in fact, I didn't know basically, nobody can live in that place. You know that very well. And then you know very well council, council ministry, but we are not the government. You cannot force things. The little things, council I want you to understand this thing. Don't we want to give development to people? Been stop. I mean, Gada Sol Milialon can secure. Look at the more la community la benefit ala. You understand? The motor park the driver benefit ala. Business employment trade I mean, Masakuna bo mutakan tolbu. What more understand? Masakuna bo takan tolbu. Don't you understand that? So until so we try and government prayer dinner, you understand, so that we can able to fully manage that place. If I look at the place can be much better. But we don't animal dinner, we're doing our best. And in fact, the last meeting commanding the members of that place in Minnesota, the meeting level of Minnesota. I mean willing to go time Cameron ko moto gibe moto mi ala ko very is Gmoto menga G saba imagine ko moto is going to be dedicated only that place at start blood only blood at least I think about up to 1.5 million near moto tembe ni ala ko very from I understand anywhere let them just come, council will donate them, they buy it, they control it themselves there. Because the fish market is going to be. So that poor blind the particular you see how visionary leaders they think? Because money blind in Masako no Masakundabu. So but I when the Masako come and I've been a more life but handicap. So the only thing something can be a market on Nadile. So already in Tola Sectanko and the same Sectanko the council will the police will let army campol school lemba, you understand? I mean public place will be along go the people be garage lembang. Akata will let you understand? Sometimes we give service to individuals, now they come and pay. You understand? So individual canale Joro and the council go out provide service for them in a very reasonable price. Saying if I look into Lamoto Seterno service or Damala, say to phone Lamoto Miana, tell it to look on Laba Manila, a better any generator gave a color Casawa, Jenny Buffalo government Gila or Jenny government by mirror with blind local. So this is not something me along go, it's always. And this is not something me along come Nigel, and we are making effort there. And I know the more down the yes, council is doing a lot of effort in that place. But like I said, the politics you will hear a lot of things about the camera council. Before looking at about this is something that I believe every one of us need to check. Thank you so much, and thanks to all the people who really have concern when they saw the video. But I can tell you, this is the right story. Wherever you go, this is the story they will tell you, and this is not a story Malang is hiding. Everybody know about this story. Thank you so much. Silvo Sonko, aka Bayo Sonko Gambia. Salute.